Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining me. I'm Rosemarie Massaro, Craft with Ro, and today we have a really fun craft along with you. This craft along was inspired by my upline, Rhonda Wade. I changed it up. We used the Elegant Pines paper, and we also are using the traditional labels. I love this stamp set and the dies that come with it. So we got lucky. The product got lost, but everybody, I believe, has received their craft along kits. So I appreciate you guys joining me, and let's have some fun crafting and creating these cute little treat totes. Um, these are all inspired by the party dies, and I would love to show them with you. They come 14 dies to a set. However, they're still packed from my crop yesterday. Um, the ladies had a lot of fun die cutting and using those for another make and take. So let's have fun. And if you have any questions, please leave comments. If I happen to miss your question, I promise I'll get back to responding to you. So let's get crafting. We're going to show you. There we go. You can move that out of the way for now. So these are the crafts. Some of you purchased double craft along, and some of you purchased a single craft along. Hi, Nikki. How are you? So these are featuring the party banner dies. They're available at they're $40 each. So each of these you created two. If you purchase the $40 craft along or the double craft along, you are going to be able to create 4 of each, and we have 3 different sizes. I will tell you along the way that I have changed up some of your color banners, but you have so much paper. You got a full pack of the Elegant Pines paper, so you can decorate these, and I assure you that with your pre-cut images, you'll definitely be able to pull it for it to all come together. I hope that makes sense. So, good morning, Deb. How are you? So, we're going to create them. We'll create them by size. So, we're going to create this big one first, the largest one. And I have done my best to pre-cut. We're going to do some scoring, and you're going to need some adhesive. And then I'm going to bring in some two-sided tape, just in case. So, in this particular one, I did a die cut, if you guys can see that. And I pre-cut this for all of you guys, not using your paper. And we are going to back this up with some of the Peaceful Greenery Glimmer paper. This is, actually this color is considered gray, believe it or not. But it's really like a really pretty, almost like our Secret Sea. So that's going to get backed up right behind there before we get to scoring. Let's put some of this pretty paper right behind there. So we're going to just line that up. Creates those really pretty snowflakes. And then we are going to score our party banners. Let me grab my scoring tool. We are going to score at 1 inch. We are going to score this one at 1 inch. So you're going to score, and actually most of the scoring is at 1 inch. There's one of them I think that we're going to be scoring at 3/4 of an inch. Hi Deb, how are you? So just want to give a nice burnish on that. And then on your Elegant Pines paper, this sheet is 6.5 by 9. We are going to score this at we are going to score this at 1 inch and 5.5 inch on the long side. So we got 1 inch and flip it around, and at the 5.5 inch. And then on our short side, we are going to be scoring this at 4 and 5 inches. So it's hard to see the lines at here, but we are going to cut, all we're going to do is cut in these inner tabs right here. And this is going to create our inside tote. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. Happy Sunday. All right. So we have those. We're going to burnish these all up and upward. Now, on this particular paper that I chose, now you guys can choose anything you want to coordinate with this banner from your paper. I chose this as my outside because I think it looks really nice with the garden green. So now we are going to put some adhesive. We're going to be creating our little tote box. Oh, I do not know why. This is going to, there we go. Line that up like that. I'm going to put some adhesive on the inside. We're going to tuck these right on the inside like this. Line those creases up. Right? So that's our little inside tuck. So now, how easy is that? We're going to tuck that right inside there. We're going to put some adhesive on the bottom there. Line that up right to the bottom there. How cute are these treat bags? You could put gift cards, candy, jewelry, little socks. Perfect for stocking stuffers for the holiday season, right? Line that up on the bottom here. Get that lined up straight. Right. Now we're going to have to add some adhesive. I do not know why there we go. Seal that down. There we go. Look how cute that is. Right, now we're going to decorate the outside of it. Each of you have gotten a full roll of our gold mesh ribbon. And by the way, it just sold out, so lucky us. It's going to be back. It's temporarily out of stock. So you guys know how I so much just like making bows, but we're going to give this a shot. Definitely probably have too much ribbon, but for me, more is better. Trust me. Slide that over just a little. Just don't want it that big. All right, now we can do some trimming. Now, the piece that we decorated so beautifully with our little die cut, and this is from Snowflake Kisses, the die. I'm going to add this right to the front of our box, like that. We are going to, so there was these extra little dies that cut out from here, so I saved these, and we are going to stamp, and then I'm going to add this little snowflake, like right there. We're going to stamp this Season's Greeting. Again, we're using the traditional labels. As you can see, this stamp set is well loved. Again, it was used at the crop yesterday, actually for 2 different classes, and people loved them. It's one of my favorite holiday stamp sets, but particularly what I really like is the die cuts. This is one of the coordinating dies that come in that bundle. And that is perfect. I think I'm going to bump this up with some dimensionals. I'm like, where did my dimensionals go? Here they are. All right. Everything is, from my day crop yesterday, everything is still in boxes. So this morning, getting ready for this class and digging through everything, it's kind of a little chaotic in my craft room. We're going to add that right there. We're going to take a little tiny dimensional there. Add that little snowflake right off to the side here. And then you are to create cut another 3.5 by 3.5 piece of your favorite DSP. And we are going to add that to the back. Now this is the only box that I have decorated for the back. You guys can decorate all that you want. So how cute is that little treat box, right? So, hi Miss Jen, how are you? I see we got quite a few joining us. Thank you guys so much for joining. All right, so that is treat box number 1. We'll put those aside. And we're going to go to treat box number 2. So on this particular one, I used our thick basic white cardstock. I have our, what's this called? It's a snowflake specialty paper. And you guys will see the embossed part as soon as we do some blending on there. Again, from the traditional labels. And this is what we're going to decorate our inside box with right here. So let's get our scoring done. Again, on the short side here, we are going to score this at 1 inch. And we're going to score this at 1 inch. So this is our outer box. And then on our inside, I'm just checking my notes. So on our inside on this one, this designer series paper is 7 by 5.5. And on the short side at 1 inch and 4.5 inch. And on the long side, 3 inch and 4 inch. So let me think about this. That's what I hate. I hate using this one. I'm going to go grab my other one. I'm afraid I'm going to cut it, score it on the wrong side. And, you know, old habits are hard to break. Okay. So, on the short side, we are going to be scoring at 1 and at 4.5. And on the long side, we are going to score at 3 and at 4. Is that what this is called, Sharon? Elegant Pine Snowflake Specialty Paper? Thank you for sharing that. All right, so let's get this burnished up. We are going to do the exact same thing we did on the other one. And you guys can't see it very clearly probably, but we're going to cut into the 2 center lines again. I'm going to cut there and there. And we're going to cut here and here. Oops. That's okay. All right. So again, these are going to come in. This is going to create our little tote box. So again, I'm going to put adhesive on the inside here. And on the inside. There we go. Fold those flaps up nice and evenly. Oops. Doesn't look like I have a lot of adhesive there. There we go. Fold these in, and we're going to put adhesive on these insides. Creating that cute little tote. Right, so then we have our, you know what, I forgot to cut this piece. Let me go grab a piece. My little banner piece. So this is good because I get to show you some of the beautiful paper that comes in this collection here. So you've got some pines and you've got some nice coordinating solid colors that go with this. So your banner piece is going to be 11 by 1.5, and we're going to wrap that around. So I think we'll take this piece right here. We'll coordinate it with that. And check out all this beautiful paper, guys. Look how pretty. So much. And so, again, we are going to cut this piece at 1.5. Move this out of the way so you guys can see. We're going to cut at 1.5. Make sure that's straight. And we're going to cut this at 11. And we're going to wrap this around this piece here. So we're going to add our banners on. Might as well put our adhesive here as well. Center that on the bottom there. Get that centered on the bottom there. Get a nice adhere. So here you have a little bit that sticks up. It's your choice. I'm going to leave mine because I think it looks cute. But on this one, I actually trimmed it down. Now we're going to add our banner. And on here, I didn't score it. I just wrapped it around. Actually, I didn't want it on that side. Oh, row. Adhesive eraser to the rescue. I want this to be my outside color. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here and here. Perfect. We're going to stamp this from the traditional labels, and we're going to use For You. I'm sorry, not for you, to you. Duh. And I'm going to stamp this in our Secret C. And this is at a little bit of a curve. You can choose to straighten it out if you want, which is what I'm going to do. I came undone, and that sealed up. Line them up straight. There we go. And now we're going to add our ribbon. And I have a little bit of adhesive right in that center still from my earlier error, so that works out good because it's going to hold it in place. Maybe not, but that was my goal. Silent snowflake. Thank you. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Glad you could join us this morning. There we go. And then we're going to take our blending brush, and I'm going to use Pretty and Peacock, but you guys can use whatever color you want. Smart if I would bring some scrap paper over. And you're going to see this cute embossed little snowflake on this paper. Such a great accent piece to any of your cards or page layouts. We are going to add this guy, and you can obviously bump him up with dimensionals. We're going to add our little accent piece here, our little sentiment to you. So what are some ideas you would put in these treat totes? Looking for ideas. These are going to definitely be stocking stuffers for me this holiday season. And I haven't, and we need to add our our embellishments. Everybody got a pack of these as well. With your craft along kit. And I think I'm going to go with, and they come in 2 different sizes. Oh, looks like my little glue dot did not come over with me. So these are so cute. They're little snowflakes. They're perfect. coordinate this paper so well. So there we have our little treat tote box number 2. Put these aside. And let's go on to our third size for our tote. Deborah, I can create this kit for you, or you can purchase the tutorial, whichever you prefer. I can send you the details later if you'd like. Oh, hot cocoa is a really good idea, Sharon. Love that. With like a little chocolate spoon. Oh, that's perfect. All right, so our next one is where I kind of swapped up the paper on us. I accidentally had cut the cherry cobbler instead of the secret C, but like I said, you guys can, there's so many creative options, and you have so much paper left over because you do receive a full pack of this DSP. So we got to do some scoring. And on this particular one, we are scoring again. This is the 9th. So there's 14 sizes in these party dies if you're interested in them. This is the 9th size. So it's the 9th largest. And we are going to score this at 3/4 at each end. And then we have our DSP. And for me to coordinate with this, I've chose this pattern. But there's a ton of different patterns that are in your paper selection to coordinate with it. And we are going to, our designer series paper is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. And we are going to score on the short side. Let me move that up for you guys. We're going to score at the short side at 3/4 and 3 3/4. So 3/4 and 3 3/4. And on the long side, we're going to score at 2 1/4 by 3. Two and a quarter and 3. So, and I know I have a few of my team members watching, so I appreciate it. This will be uploaded to our team page so you guys can have the dimensions as well. All my team members get all my tutorials for free as part of being a part of my team, as well as our uplines. So this one is a little bit funkier on your fold. So we're going to end up putting the adhesive on this little short side. And we're going to cut again in the center, which is so hard to see with my bright light shining on me. Oh my goodness, I am struggling seeing these. There we go. Okay, so we are going to go with our little bit of adhesive here. We're going to get that tucked right up inside that short side. It's going to be uncooperative, so I'm going to see if I can do all of it at the same time. I'm wondering if this is not right, but I remember the first time I did this one side was more funkier than the other. So I'm going to look at this because I'm thinking there is a typo in here, and this should have been three, one, and let me just double check that. We are going to go with this at this point, but I will double check that measurement. I'm thinking it's a typo on my instructions. So we're going to now add our party banners to the bottom. And I do know that you're going to have a little bit of overhang on this one. So you're just going to want to make sure that you center it up. I'm going to line that up right there. And here we are going to take our ribbon and we are going to tuck it on the inside with glue dots. So we're going to create two little handles on here. And then we're going to tuck them on the inside. And we're going to tuck them right inside here. One goes there. And one's going to go right inside there. Create that cute little handle, right? And we're going to do the same on this one. Really need to, there we go. So again, two glue dots on each side. We're going to tuck that right on the inside here. So I know that side is a little wonky. So like I said, I'm going to double check that measurement for you. Because I'm thinking it's probably supposed to be 1 3/4 and 3 3/4. But we have our round DSP. I used our stylish dies. You can use a 2-inch circle, whatever works best for you. I'm going to add that to the center right there. And then here we are going to stamp this Merry and Bright. So I have my Mary. And I am going to stamp this in our secret C. Hi, Robin. How are you? Welcome back from your fabulous, fabulous trip. Oh, I'm using the wrong one. We have a smaller Mary. Which one is it? It's over here. Yep. So we're going to go Mary right on top here. and then we're going to find the and bright right here. And I'm going to do this in our our cherry cobbler. So for those of you who don't have this stamp set, feel free to use your own stash, whatever works best for you. Let's add some pop on here. And add some bling. And there we do. We have our size number 3. Now we're going to go to our smallest size and our little treat bags. This guy right here. But again, instead of cutting the cherry cobbler, I cut the secret C. So my bad. But like I said, like we just created that other one, how easy to complement it with any assortment of your paper. All right, we have our accent pieces here. We have our little party banners. Let's get our scoreboard out again to score. So these are the party dies that are measuring 2 1/4 across, and we're going to score this at 1 inch at the bottom. This is a really, really tiny, tiny, tiny toe. So really cute to put a little bit of Christmas chocolates in here. Maybe a little piece of jewelry or a hair accessory. What do you guys have in mind? Actually, Sharon, I think some people bought these for table favors. You're absolutely right. For the holidays. And then we have our DSP that I'm using. Again, this beautiful secret C pattern with the lovely fern in here. And this is cut at 4 4 1/4. And on the short side, we are going to score at 1 and at 3 inches. And on the long side, we are scoring at 1.5 and 2 3/4. Getting these burnished up. I am really having a hard time. There we go. No, that doesn't look right either. What the heck? I made all of these, so... Did I not score it right? Let me double check that. Alright, so... Be patient with me, guys. We're going to score on the short side at 1 and at 3, right? And at 1. And then here, it's telling me to score at 1.5, which is think 1.5 and 2 3/4. That's exactly what I did wrong. I scored it at 2.5. So, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to cut this now. I'm going to wing it, guys. There we go. It's going to be more of a square box. And again, I don't think I cut it perfectly, but we're gonna go with it. Oh my gosh. And there we go. And this is where our ribbon comes up in the center. Let's get this. So here, we are going to tie a little bow, covering up these sides right here. So for me, I like to get my adhesive or my ribbon to stay straight. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive right down that center there on both sides. And then we're going to tie a little bow right on top here. Right, how cute is that? Let's trim that off. We are going to put our little party banners on the side. So great idea for little, you know those little chocolate truffles, right? Just making sure that it was fitting. And there we go. How cute is that? We're going to put our little sentiment on here. It's just going to be just a simple little cheer. And in this particular case, I think I used real red on my sample here, but I'm going to use the cherry cobbler again because this paper is such a rich paper. And this has got, again, that little bit of a curve. I'm going to straighten it out. We are going to add this on our traditional label right here, right in the center. Fun, simple. Right, we're going to add some dimensionals. Add that right there. Now, I want to point out something to you guys. I chose, because I really don't like the way the sides were not covering, so I chose to swap where my banners are, but it's still a very cute little treat box. So we have created 4 little tote bags, treats, in 4 different sizes. And we have a ton of treat boxes for you guys. So I will double check the measurements on that one cut. I think it was tote number 3. And I will make sure that those that purchase the Craft Along gets a link to this video to watch with the updated PDF. And Deb, I can get you that information and let you know, because I'm not even quite sure if all this product is still available. So before I commit to you, let me see if it's available. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to be coming back live here around 1:30. We are going to be doing the Advent crafting calendar. And honestly, I'm running behind. I'm running slow today. My brain's running slow today. Uh, and we're going to be creating with that advent calendar. And so sometime between 1 and 1:30, I'll be live here again, uh, showcasing our beautiful advent calendar and creating a really fun card for you guys. So have a great day and hope to see you later. Bye.